Hello and welcome to another episode. We're on 14 now. Technically, it would have been 15 if my audio didn't fuck up. Anyways. Welcome to another episode. Today we got Coker, aka Dirtman. We got Operator Chunk, and then we also got Gucky. Gonna do a few.
I like how we all threw feedback.
I'm gonna go ahead and do some housekeeping stuff. First one is Gaki joining the Hellstorm team. So now he's a part of the team. Everybody give him a big teabag round of applause.
Teabag round of applause.
Another thing too is if you're wanting to donate and get your first hands on patches and everything, feel free to donate to the PayPal. And if you want to also get yourself into any kind of like entries to win a free item or gun, feel free to do that as well, because that is going to be commencing. Another thing too is let me know down in the comments if you want us to do a live stream podcast. Obviously we won't do that on a Friday, but we'll do it on a time when everybody's available, at least before a Tuesday.
Yep.
Or on a Tuesday, who knows. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's get this started. First thing I'm gonna say though is I'm very glad that I got my night vision mount in and was able to go get those photos done. So it's gonna be nice because I know Adi and I are gonna be heading to the arena and everything. Gaki is as well, but I know Adi is going to try to get some recording time in for me for my new intro. So hopefully we'll either get that on that session or we'll get it on a day where we can find a dark spot somewhere around my place and do it that way.
If I really show up tomorrow, by the way, I mean, the most I'm just going to play with is just my hat kappa. It's probably just going to be a very, very casual session for me.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. For me, I'm going to be getting my new hop-up in my gas blowback tomorrow when the tech comes in. I'm also bringing my light-up tracer. By the time people go to watch this, it's already been passed for that weekend.
Yeah.
So
we're going through news right now, right?
What's up?
We're going through like big updates, news.
Yeah, pretty much.
My brother last week actually bought his first rifle. It was a H&K MP5, the competition kit. And
Gas blowback or AG?
Nah, AG. But I did order him a motor. It came in. I installed that, works beautifully, and we just recently purchased and we're waiting for it to come in 13-1 SHS gears. So
okay, yeah, if you want my old ARP9 motor too, I have one. It shoots fast.
Interested.
It shoots fast,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
As long as you put a LiPo in there, it'll go pretty quick.
Alright.
I mean, a LiPo will work with any motor, but the thing is it's the amount of strain it can take.
Right, that's true. That's true. Bring it tomorrow. We'll see. I want to see it.
If I remember to bring it tomorrow. I have like everything else I'm doing right now. Like I had to look for my mouth guard that I use, the Matrix.
You did?
I had to look for that one because
why do you bring a mouth guard? I mean, I get it for the outdoor field.
It just covers that, and it's allowed in the field. So, and then I cut a, that matte mesh thing I would wear underneath all my other masks and shit. So yeah. I actually cut the nose part to only bring that to cover my nose.
Okay, yeah.
And then if ever needed, I can also cut more of it to shape more with my nose if I needed to. So it's just extra material to bring. And then I took off my mock suppressor with my muzzle because I'm putting my tracer one on that one with the muzzle flash. I'm only doing it for the muzzle flash. That's it, just to give them a nice scare.
It's fun.
And then when the techs come in, I'm immediately taking my gun over to them to swap my hop-ups out because I'm bringing my hop-up over. Igor, No, she's playing with her ball. Like, she's legit playing with her ball. She tosses the ball around. She's already been out, but she loves playing with her ball. And then also her new toy that I got her, which I'm surprised she didn't get the yarn out of it yet. Are you filling out your information?
No, I'm actually updating my waiver because I realized this is when I started a year ago. So I'm a few days off from 1 year of airsoft. Like, just like, okay, not like
mine is in
weekend,
December.
but you know, like,
mine
going for a while.
Right, mine resets every December.
I just remember doing mine in May. So I think it was like May 15th or something like that a year ago. So I just figured I'd renew it now before it was too late. So.
I mean, that's good. My glasses came in. So, yeah, for when I'm reading. They're not meant to be like looking far away. They're really actually up close to read a book, like right here within like normal spot. Only reason why is because normally when I'm reading something for too long, it used to do this back when I was in 4th grade as well. I also wore glasses back when I was in 4th grade, but my vision would focus on every word when I would read, but then everything would blur and shake.
Gotcha.
And then,
That's not fun.
yeah, so then now and having that again, I was like, oh. So
Just interject. You're doing the noon session, correct?
yeah,
Okay,
always the
signing up
news
right now.
session. Always the news
I'm
session.
just asking. I'm just asking.
Guys, just making sure, guys. Don't bully.
What your paw doing here? She's got her paw all up like this. Her ears are perked up. She's looking at me. No, go perk it.
They have 7 spots left.
Oh my god.
7?
They have 7 spots left. It's like the universe knows that one I'm gonna... I'm just kidding. No, it's one of the popular ones. I mean, once summer break happens, I know that a bunch of kids are gonna go throughout the week. Only because their parents can be like, you know what, summer break, go have fun. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
My
Jake.
However, if I have kids, or when I go to have kids, I'd be dragging them with me and be like, all right, you're going to learn to tough it out today. If they call you names, tough it out and shoot them in the face. No, I had a guy shoot me in the back. I don't know if you saw that on my TikTok part. I also posted it up on my YouTube a while back.
I said call them something back.
Oh yeah.
Shoot them in the back.
Dude, I had that dude. I guess I made a dude so upset when he was confused with what color I was. It's like, dude, it shouldn't even matter. You're hit. Go take a respawn. But like, he was so mad that even after I left and said it's fine by me, and he said no, it's not. He decided to shoot me in the back, and I just turned around so quick and just lit him up in the face, and then continued on about play. Okay.
I'm purely just gonna run my high cap. I was like, just have.
Hey, if you need extra mags and stuff, I'm bringing my rifle bag so I can throw in some more extra mags for you. I can bring my speed mags.
Maybe I don't.
Because the speed,
end up reloading very often.
Well, the speed mags, you can shoot the hell out of them, and then you can just drop the mag and continue on.
Bring them anyway, because maybe they'll fit my adapter. I found out, my mags that I bought, my Tri-Tac mags I bought for my M4 don't fit my adapter at all. They're just slightly too tall that it doesn't fit. They get pushed out. So
what kind of mag? Well,
the other one.
What other mags do you have? What is that
I
other
got the
mag?
one with the fake bullets in the side.
I know, but
magazine.
does it have a nub bottom? Like is it a speed mag, like a speed QB mag?
The ones that I normally use for high cover, or the ones I was just talking about?
Yes.
This should not be shown on. Yes. Okay. Well, hold on. Then I gotta go dig in my closet.
Yeah, grab one of each. Anyways, while he's doing that, I know. Hey, stop trying to shoot my shit, though. Oh, that's already been leaked. Let's see. I'm trying to look here. Hey, don't you try to. Your little tongue sticking up. Don't you try to bite my thumb? Yes, I
She
know.
just wants to nibble.
I just love you. Well, she's still in her teething phase because they stopped teething at
Oh.
like 2.5 years old.
Yeah, that's right.
Dog, yeah.
Oh,
What
baby.
breed is your dog?
She's a half German Shepherd, half Husky. Like her dad's a purebred German Shepherd, and her mom's a purebred Siberian Husky.
Yeah.
So she's gonna get taller than this crate a little bit. Head wise, she's gonna be like this fucking tall.
Big. That's big.
She's gonna be like,
Yeah, this is her right now at 8 months sitting. Her head nearly touches the top of this. And that's just 8 months. What? Your shit didn't go through.
Oh, I said that's pretty big, but like I mouthed it, so.
Yeah. She's just a little goober. Oh, you're just a little goober. It's actually quite nice because, you know, I've trained her as a combat service dog. And what's nice is, like, at home, she knows to be a pup. Like, she can be a normal dog. But when we're out in public, she actually is very well-mannered and will listen. Huh. 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 And she doesn't bite. She nibbles. Yeah, you chewing on my hand. Got my fingy. Yeah, you got my fingy. Maybe one of these days when you know you're well behaved, I'll let you out of your little playpen kennel and let you come join when you're, you know, well more behaved, because you being chaotic and I can't keep my eye on you until you, because you like to go inside the house still. I can't really keep my eye on you to stop you from it, so. Look at them chompers. Look at them chompers. Oh. The podcast just ends up just being about the dog.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you have a list of questions today, Shadow, or no?
Well, I
Got a
mean,
free ball.
there's the one for yours talking about, like, game modes.
Yeah.
Squads, TDM, low light TDM, slasher, conquest, domination, free for all, zombies, juggernaut, capture the hill. I think I like capture the flag. Wait, no, there's king of the hill, and then bomb.
Oh, you're talking about that.
Whatever that was supposed to be described as. There's that, like, talking about, like, what modes you like to play, like your favorite mode.
Yeah.
Excuse you. Excuse you.
dog bear wants I guess demonetized. He's swearing. Yeah, he's
What's this? Yeah. I'ma get your shit. Get. Yeah, you're a teenager. You don't have opinions right now. You're not an adult.
She's like, but I want to be.
And even when you're 2 years old, you're only 14.
Make your dog pay taxes when it turns to a dog.
No.
Her taxes would just be giving kisses. That's it.
That ain't no fucking tax. The IRS don't accept that shit.
What are you talking about? The guy that comes to my house, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you better lay down. You better play with your toys.
You know, I'm gonna play them a jig.
Anyways. To specify that, what was that message like? Was it like favorite game modes we like to play, or?
Oh, no, we were listing out all the game modes from VIP, and I just
Okay.
listed out all the ones they have and all the ones I remember there being.
Oh, okay. All right, show those mags while you're taking a bite into your crusty burger. Okay.
I
So
couldn't find the one I normally use for my high cabin, but this is the one I use for my M4.
okay.
I can't.
Yeah, that's the one I use for my M4, well, my DMR. So, I mean,
But for some really, it's just too thick at the top that the mechanism and the adapter can't grab,
Stand it.
so they always pop out.
Stand it. That's always the answer.
No.
no,
Absolutely
those are
not.
good mags. Those are good outdoor mags.
Yeah, and I want to use this for my M4 that I have. So
Okay, so for the other one, does it have like a little nub at the bottom, like it's like a weird L shape?
Or like it's rubber right on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
It's the ones that the standard ones that you can buy at VIP. The weird like
Okay, it has the rubber at the bottom of it. Does it have like a nub rubber?
on like the tail end of it almost.
It's more like a quick L shape.
Like it's like a rubber piece that sits right
Oh
here.
no,
Basically.
no. I'm thinking.
No, because basically it's got windows on the side of it, both sides of it, and then with a metal piece that makes it appear as if there are rounds loaded, and then right on the bottom of it is like this little rubber nub. But I can't find it anywhere.
Watch it
So
be in your
hopefully I
bag.
can find those. I've looked everywhere. I'm probably gonna have to do a deeper dive.
I'll bring my Speed QB mags for you just in case as well.
That would be appreciated. Thank you.
Because I normally use that for my HPA Speedy Boy, which if I'm gonna play at Phoenix again, I'm bringing my Speedy Boy gun. I'm not bringing my gas blowback to that one. I will only bring my Speedy Boy gun.
I'm gonna buy an all metal gun, so in case I get in a fight, I can speed someone with it. That's man insane. You throw a punch.
Alright, so Lovely Iron Arc. He asked this: would VIP hosting more events other than lock-ins be a good thing to bring more people to them? Like more tactical game nights, i.e. room clearing with objectives for the Milsimers, more SpeedQV tournaments for like the Speedy Boys, or days where they have specific game modes that would be geared towards older, more experienced players? And what other game modes would you like to see other than the current ones? It's a lot of questions in one go.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I think it'd be pretty cool to have like more events for like Milsimers and shit.
Well, I mean, it depends also on the field, because like if they're gonna do the Speedy Boy ones, then that's more for the Phoenix field because it's a little bigger and it's a little bit more. You can adjust it for that setting, versus the Gilbert one where it should be more of a Milsimer type base. I mean, it is. It's just Speedy Boys like to go in there just because it's a smaller gap to run.
I feel like it'd be pretty cool if they were able to somehow expand and get like. You ever see like those videos of like those
She's chasing her tail.
Like specifically for competition. I think it'd be neat if they could somehow expand. Yeah, that I guess.
She got her own leg instead of the tail she was chasing. She's still going for it. You can see her.
Guys, dog podcast. Oh my god.
Honestly.
I want to bring your
such,
dog.
she is such a goober.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll bring my 3
Well,
dogs in.
okay, so, like, night games, I mean, they do already pretty much do the overnight games, where it's the 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. ones, the lock-ins. They're cool and all, but, like, excuse me. Been a long day. Long, hot day. But, anyways, so, like, she's just got her tail. Like, it would be cool if they had specified night games on certain nights where it's not every single game mode, but if they're going to do every single game mode, they just kill the lights. And just make it an all-night one.
See.
I feel like the ultimate dark game.
Well, no, it'd just be a low light.
Yeah, but like, there'll also be dark sides. There won't be like, from like that, I forget the spawn, but the spawn with the window, there won't be something like it. That'll be the ultimate low light game, which is fun. Like,
I think it'd be interesting if they did something more with the towers and the bridge.
That too. There's so much. There's so much. I mean, there's so much that they can still
there's
do.
so much they can still add to the game.
Well, the thing is too, like, we also got to keep in mind they stopped a lot of other game modes beforehand because people would just be stupid and get themselves hurt to ruin it for everybody else.
They broke the bomb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I joined, that was like something we were never allowed to play with, and then I never got to play with it because someone broke it. Kind of sucked.
A few months ago, they I remember they used that for a game mode. They actually used it for 2 game modes. One of it was 2 rounds of attackers and defenders, where they only had like a handful of one team color go in, and then the rest spread out, and then the opposing team can start on either side of the room, of the spawn rooms, and then the other game mode was where it's a TDM, but they have the bomb placed out in the center, and your team has to go over and switch it to their color until the time ends on it.
Well,
CS:GO.
when was that? Because that
That was
I would definitely.
that was months ago. Like that was months
Okay.
ago. It was fun though. It was a fun mode, which I kind of wish they brought that back because that was pretty fun. Especially the defuse the bomb one. Because
Yeah.
what they did is they put the bomb in the near the helicopter room where that red room sits at the near the staging area window that you can see like straight into.
Yeah.
With the white room and stuff, yeah, they placed it in there, and then it was just for basically them to kind of keep an eye on it,
Yeah.
which was nice.
Now that you mention that, I do think I played with it once, where it was in that room. Once, but that was like so long ago, like 2 years. So
Right.
I think it'd be cool if they added something with a hostage, so where like one
They-
team kind of had to keep control of some person in a room, kind of like bomb, but at the same time they could be moved, or if they're shot by either team, like kind of lose or at least get a point taken away from you, something like that. Just make the game more engaging and not just the same game modes over and over and over.
Well, and see, here's the thing: is they played hostage before, and players ruined that as well. And this was before even I was playing at that field. This was sometime before that, where players would end up getting overshot. The hostage would end up getting hurt because they decided to do that shit and just cause issues.
People
Yeah.
are stupid.
Yeah, I was gonna say what I don't get is why they don't like keep tabs on those players. Like if you notice somebody specifically, you're muted by the way.
Who?
Hunter.
Oh yeah,
If
he's eating. That's why.
oh, okay,
And-
I thought he was talking. If you notice, there's usually like a few key people that are kind of messing it up for everybody else. If you notice those people are playing, like you see them end up to be registered in to a session, just at that point shut down most of the game modes like that where they can ruin it. Like at least
Right.
I think, especially with people who are like cheating and all that.
Oh
Like-
yeah, definitely. Which, by the way, I should also include this. In a couple of weeks, get ready for a scenery change. Because
What do you
this
mean by that?
setup is going into the room in a couple
yeah,
of
bro.
weeks.
That's pretty swag-delicious.
Yeah,
Oh, for your room.
yeah.
I'll say. Sure.
But anyways,
Well,
Is
if
it
you
just
guys
you
do
there now?
that,
huh?
good question.
Leon, is it just you there now?
No. No, I still have my brother with me. He just got back from being at my mom's for the week. Like first he was
Oh,
only
yeah,
there
yeah.
for the weekend, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stay another week because mom is all about like tired of me taking care of it or wanting me to take a break for the dog, blah blah blah." Which I mean is fine, but like it's not good for her because she doesn't like being home alone.
Right.
That's why she
Well,
howls.
it's just sorry not to detract from the topics. So it's just you and your brother, and then your other brother.
No,
Isn't
he
that gone?
no that one he he was long gone. He's been gone for like 3 weeks now. Or
Oh,
2
has he
weeks,
now?
yeah.
I thought
No, so okay, so
last
so
I chatted with you
catch
was
you
a while
catch you
ago.
up catch you up to date on him. He left to go take his girl on a date.
Mhm.
He comes back after a week, comes back, decides to pack up his shit and just dip to go live at a house free in Florence, which then I heard he was now going to get kicked out of that one.
Alright then.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, he's not coming back. Like, he's got to learn.
That's fair.
I
That's
get
fair.
it.
Like with my younger brother, I only give him an exception because of his pacemaker and shit.
Fair.
But to the other one that's delusional as fuck, yeah, no.
That's fair. Alright then.
Pretty fair.
I do think a huge. Sorry, I'm gonna go back there. Something that's okay. I do think a huge issue with adding new game modes and all that is just right now. I believe with the owner and everything, the business model works. They have everybody they need. The sessions are filling up. I mean, except for like weekday games.
That's
Usually
just because of
weekends
school.
are pretty packed. Yeah, but as soon as school's out too, like everything's just gonna be
Everybody's gonna.
reserved out.
Yep.
It's
Well,
all.
well,
It's just
the weekdays will be reserved out, not the weekends. Like it'll be more weekdays, less weekends.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because spring break, yeah, summer break for us is only 6 weeks, so it's for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So prepare.
Well, yeah, and it's just gonna be parents telling their kids like, "Hey, stop bothering me for the week. Go do what you do."
Prepare
Yeah,
for
pretty much.
reincarnation.
Like I remember, I think I took a week off during when students were on their winter break. No, it was their summer break, and I didn't realize it never clicked for me. And I remember I played all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and then I played on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and then later that week, towards that following weekend, I played all day Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
And guess what? After that, I said, never again am I gonna do this.
Nice.
If that's how you felt after doing all of that, that's how I felt after just doing a singular noon and an evening sessions, just all day Saturday. Because then afterwards, for like a week and a half, walking around and sitting like felt like literal hell, just trying to move around.
Not bad.
That's funny. Yeah, it gets bad. Like, I was tired and sore, and I was done. I was like, I'm not doing this ever again. Like, I was like, I'll stick to 4 hour session. That's it. Unless it's like a Milsim event, then I'll tough it out through that. Because Milsim events are like a 4-day stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first day is basically everybody go on there, setting up their tents and stuff, and then them sorting you out through your teams. And then the second day is when the whole firefight begins. Same with the third day. Fourth day is when it's going through half the day. And then the rest of the day you can either camp out for that night or everyone just packs up and leaves.
Okay, I'm finally old enough to go to Milsom West. I believe. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, speaking of Wild West, that just popped in my head. I know, but like speaking of Wild West, because that just came into my head. Yeah, no, I can confirm that dude I was like curious about, of thinking if it was the location that I go to pick up from. That was him.
Really?
Yeah, he's the owner of it, but he works out in Queen Creek at the community service Gilbert Police Station, or Queen Creek Police Station.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't even know it, and then like one of the weeks when I was over there again, I went over to him and I go, "Hey, do you own Wild West?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, so that was you," and I was right. And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, some of my team and we came over to play over there Saturday during and we were there during the mag dump session." And he was like, "Oh," he's like, "I think I remember you." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You wouldn't have seen my face though because I was wearing all my gear and stuff." So I showed him the picture of all 4 of us, together and stuff. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember you guys being there." And I was like, "Yeah." So that was a trip. So every time I'm over there now, like him and I will talk about it and stuff. And he tells me all like the fun-filled updates of like what's gonna go on in that field. So, and the only reason why the spawns happened that way that Saturday when we played was because they changed the rotation of where they're gonna have people spawn that weekend.
Oh, so they do change it.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay, makes sense.
It's a changing occurrence.
Speaking of Wild West, they start having night ops, so there's gonna be like night games and shit now.
Oh yeah, I know.
Go.
They did one on May 6th.
Yeah, we should go to the next one. Really pretty neat.
My night op would be a bit of a nuisance, but we could probably figure one out.
How would that be a nuisance? Let's see real quick.
Because
Because it would
For
have to be on
me-
a Friday or something.
No, because they're usually on Saturdays.
Well, during the summer vacation for the students, I'm sure they're gonna open up for the Fridays too.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
So, in all honesty, if I'm gonna do, excuse me, if I'm gonna do a nighttime gameplay there, you know that or that monocle night vision thing that we were looking at, dirt,
Yeah. The one with
that can
the
also
Yes.
that can
Yes,
also
yes, yes.
record. That's
Mhm,
what I'd
mhm.
have to get.
Which one were you looking at? You need to show me later.
I'll show you another day.
No, like after this stream, you show me because
Monday through Friday is private parties only. It's Saturday during the summer, which is May through August. Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And on Sundays it's just 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Yeah.
Oof.
flag.
Well, I mean, if they're doing private sessions throughout the weekday, I'm pretty sure we can get one in there just to run drills.
I mean, if
Because
we ask
they have the structure.
paid, yeah. If we ask them however much it would cost us, which I wouldn't assume would be a ton per se, especially if it's a smaller group, then we
Right.
could do slower games and stuff like that.
Right. I'm just excited to get back into an indoor field again and change my hop up out for my new one.
I think the last time I was at VIP was like a month ago,
I'm excited.
maybe longer.
I get to come back to
I think the last time I was with you as well, Leon. So
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Well, it was just I've been super busy and stuff, and trying to get everything up and done and ready to go.
I was trying to get used to my new job and things. So
Yeah.
How was
How was it being up in what was it, Chicago?
oh, I flew all the way over to Virginia.
Oh, how was it?
It was good. It was really good. Can't complain too much. It was fun. So I got up there, got to my hotel, sat on my bed, hooked up my Steam Deck, playing some games, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty hungry now. So I've been on, flying on planes all day, like, give you a little piddly snack.
Were you able to use your Steam Deck to control heavy machine gun?
Moving on.
Have you seen that?
Moving on. No, moving on. I'd like to get my story out. Leave. I go over. There's a Waffle House just like around the corner from my hotel, and I get over
Waffle
there.
House.
They're not busy at all. So I come in. They're like, sit down anywhere. We'll get you in a second. I'm like, sure. There's like maybe, I think, if I recall correctly, 2 or 3 other people. So I go over, sit down. Lady comes over, hands me the menu and stuff like that. She's like, you ever been to Waffle House before? I'm like, nope. I actually have not ever been to a Waffle House, not even here in Arizona. So she's like, okay, well, this is what we recommend. This is the good stuff. This is the popular items that most people tend to order. I'm like, sure, I'll go with that.
No.
She's like, so how are you doing this evening after I order? She's like, how are you doing this evening? Things like that. I'm like, I'm fine, just starving and extremely exhausted. I've been on planes all day. She's like, why have you been on planes all day? I'm like, oh, I'm visiting a friend here in Virginia. She's over in Fort Eustis. She's like, oh, that's nice. Where are you from? And I'm like, oh, I'm from Arizona. She's like, what the hell are you doing all the way out here for? I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah, I traveled that far just to come visit a friend who's in the military. So that was a fun interaction. I didn't do much. It was I was able to go on Fort Eustis. I can shoot you the pictures after the podcast. Met with my friend. Got to his ceremony. Military ceremonies, at least for this one, for his AIT training, Advanced Individual Training, graduation. It's interesting because what they do initially is they have, I mean, I guess you could say high school does this and other things tend to do, other organizations tend to do this, but they have like a special speaker and things.
Right.
So they had the special speaker, and then row by row they would get up and go around to the side of the room, and then one at a time would go up, shake the guest speaker's hand, whomever that is, receive their certificate, diploma, whatever. Then they would stand center of the stage, and it would be announced where they're deploying. I don't remember. I didn't record it because I really wanted to be like in the moment, like I was there to see it. I didn't want to spoil it with recording it for myself. I think they're ranked, and can't recall if it was another thing or not. But it was interesting. And then afterwards, the next they continue down to another gentleman who'd hand them their wings, because my buddy's actually going to be a mechanic to work on Apache helicopters. So, and then eventually he got called up.
He's gonna get big bucks for working on helicopters and shit.
Oh yeah. So then after the graduation,
Depends on his pay grade.
I picked him up in my car, in my rental, and then we went over to the hangars, actually. And I got to go sit in the back seat of an Apache helicopter, one of their, I guess it's technically functional, because it's a full built one. It's got everything in it, but it's used for training only and actually like, you know, teaching. But I think it's a fully operational one. It's got everything in it. All the joysticks, all the bells and whistles, everything's in it. The rotor's on top, everything's in it. So I think it's an actual operational one if they, I guess, needed it to be one. So I got to sit in the back seat, crawl up into it, and stuff like that. I've got some pictures. I'll shoot those over to you and things like that after the podcast.
You want to know a fun fact? The co-pilot, I believe it's the co-pilot in the Apache helicopter, his visor has, because I believe the Apache helicopters have a camera underneath,
Yes.
Yeah, right on
and
the
then the machine gun
They
behind it, so
They
then the
control where they
helmet
turn their head.
the helmet is what helps them see underneath to rotate the gun to where they need to have it shoot in that direction,
Yes, the
which is nice.
player has the display on. You can, like, wherever you move your head, that's what the gun's going to point. And the pilot can also control the gun if he doesn't have a co-pilot. So the pilot actually has like full control of the entire helicopter without a co-pilot. I've been to the Apache production line for reasons, but yeah, I know a lot of this shit. I'm a fucking nerd. Aviation.
But yeah, it was good. So we got to see that. Then we went over to a museum that's actually on the fort. Called, I looked at the name and I can't remember what it was. My friend just called it the Aviation Museum. That's just the short way of putting it. And that sounds like apparently that's what most people address it as over
Yeah,
there.
because it's pretty much a bunch of things that are up.
Is it in
And we
Tennessee?
sped around the entire museum in 20 minutes because by the time we showed up, they were closing in 20 minutes. So we just kind of scoodled around through the entire thing, saw everything. Because my dad's a coin collector and a squish penny collector, there's a squish penny machine inside there, so I got him one. Now, when I got it to him, he was like, "Why'd you get me this?" He's like, "You should keep it because you were there. I only collect squish pennies because I've been there." I'm like, "Dad, you're never going to get this squish penny because you can't get onto the fort without a reason, without having your credentials and other information to expect you there. You were never going to obtain this one, so this is more of a rare squish penny that you have that you're not going to be able to obtain just casually walking in there." So I gave him the squish penny and stuff, and then afterwards, my buddy and I went back to my hotel. We hung out for an hour, chit chatted, caught up, so on and so forth. Went to dinner, took him back to the fort, dropped him off, said bye to him. Give him a big ol' hug, and then I went back to my hotel and pretty much crashed immediately because then I had to be up by 3 o'clock Virginia time in the morning and drive an hour all the way back up to Richmond from Newport News. So that was fun.
Jeez.
Got on the plane, and then I actually got back here in Arizona Saturday. Saturday morning at 9:30. That's when I got back.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I almost missed my flight I almost missed my flight on coming back. I had a connection to make in Atlanta, Georgia, and our plane flew in from Virginia into Georgia 20 minutes late. So when I boarded, instead of getting to have my A57 position, I got third to last in seat.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's how close I cut it to not making my flight. So, and then I got on the plane, had a huge headache all the way home. On the flight, got picked up by my roommates, and then I came home, and then I pretty much stayed up for like an hour, and then I crashed until like 5 p.m.
Yeah, being in
So-
different time zones and stuff too can be really tiring because your body's not used to it because you're not really necessarily from there.
Yeah, so, don't get me wrong, it was fun visiting up there and stuff like that. There's just trees everywhere.
What is
But
that cup?
Yeah.
Looks so big up close to the camera.
Because
It
I'm on
looks.
my
phone.
I know, but it looks bigger than you.
that's because it's a large from Jack in the Box.
Are you sure that's a large? That looked like it's a double extra large.
Maybe.
That'd be
No,
looking like that'd be looking like
Yeah.
that big. That'd be looking like those big gulp cups.
I thought that was a big goal for some reason.
I won't lie, I kind of wish I had stayed longer in Virginia because maybe the problem is I didn't look too much into maybe seeing if there were any airsoft fields in Virginia that would be close to Richmond that I'd be able to visit, because I totally, straight up, not gonna lie, would have totally packed my airsoft gear if I had the ability to and the time to try to go visit a field while I was out there. But because the trip was really,
Strenuous?
because I hadn't ever been out there, strenuous. Amongst also, I was not gonna check in a bag with Southwest. That's not gonna happen at all. So that's extra bags I have to pay for.
Sir, why do you have a plate carrier and a rifle in your bag?
I'm going to a school.
Well, as long as you treat. Actually, I think TSA doesn't have anything against body armor because you.
No, so the way it works with TSA when you're traveling with any kind of weapons and stuff, it has to be, the gun itself has to not only be unloaded. As to what I know, you can't have the magazines in the same case, and you have to have a lock for the gun. You also have to have a trigger guard of some sort for the gun. Not only that, then you have to have another hard case for your ammo if you're allowed to travel with it to another state of that some sort that'll allow it, and also the magazines have to be in that case.
Dude.
Generally,
So
body
you
armor is
literally-
allowed in carry-on or checked bags.
No, literally, like, yeah, you just take it to the checking counter, and they just, tell them about it, and they're like, okay, then they...
I don't think they would question it. They're just gonna look. They're just gonna take it through the.
obviously, because obviously, it won't go through TSA because it's not in your carry-on. It's with your normal luggage in your fucking suitcase.
Because you can have body armor as carry-on as well.
Yeah, you can have.
It's not carrying. So the thing is with the body armor is it's not necessarily carrying any kind of weapons or magazines of some sort in there. And plus, when it's going through their screening, they can open up your plate carrier spot to where your plates sit just to fill in there and check to make sure you're not hiding any weapons inside that. And then after that, they just close it up, call it good, and they don't even question it.
Just because obviously they don't have airsoft classified underneath TSA. Toy guns and weapons, while these types of toys are generally permitted, we recommend that you pack them in your checked baggage. Short guns, nerf guns, toy swords, and other items that resemble realistic firearms or weapons are prohibited. We recommend that emptying water guns must follow the 311 liquids rule. Replicas of explosives, such as hand grenades, are prohibited and checked in carry-on baggage. TSA officers have the discretion to prohibit any item through a screening checkpoint if they believe it possesses a security threat. Actually, I'll just look up the term airsoft and see if that comes up at all. But I would assume that it would
In other
fall
words, anything that's a firearm or related to a firearm cannot come in as a carry-on. It can only go through as a check-in.
House goes in check-in. Ammunition has to be separate from the gun. The gun Has to, is it the gun that has to be locked?
Yeah, the gun has to be locked. Well, the ammo. Well, you have to have hard case for the ammunition too, but you have to have a
Okay, so both
hard
have to be
locking.
locked.
You have to have, and you also have to have the trigger guard lock for the trigger.
Okay, gotcha.
That's pretty much it. It's a little bit longer process when you're going through that shit, but once you get used to it, it's pretty quick.
I think we all are, to be honest. I think we're all a little
I'm
bit.
wide awake.
It was a long week. I don't know why.
There's no way you're wide awake right now, Shadow.
I'm wide awake. I was in the
keep
dark.
drunk, it's
I haven't had any alcohol to drink yet.
I haven't had any alcohol to drink yet. That's
I
why
haven't
I'm
had
not
any
tired.
in 2, 3, 4 days. I got fucking a little too drunk though Monday night, and yeah.
I need to play fucking guitar, bro. I played an hour.
Just mute yourself.
No, I ain't doing it. I'll wait. I can know you guys after this.
Well, that's. I mean, I don't have anything else to bring to the table right now to talk with anybody. I'd be honest. So, I guess we can go ahead and end it.
Yeah.
I mean, we also haven't. It's been about an hour.
Close enough. I mean,
It's been an
it's
hour.
not yet. I mean, it's about a few minutes short, but that's okay. We'll make it short because I'm also getting a phone call. So I'm gonna go answer that. So yeah. Thank you for everybody tuning in and watching and everything, and hope you'll have a good one. Bye bye. Also, satisfy me with Topi.